Hi everyone, so I decided to kind of just videotape and record my experience with birth control. And so this has been my first week. This is exactly 7 days since I started my birth control, and I just kind of wanted to see the progress both as far as like my face, my periods, my personality, and just kind of see how it has affected me, how it will affect me as compared and as opposed to some of my friends and family members who have tried it. So a little bit about me. I am 24. I have never been on any form of birth control. I think the most we've ever done, my fiance and I, have been condoms, and this is so bad, but the pull-out method. And it's not something that I encourage to anyone. It's just something that we did that worked for us for the 3 years that we've been together. Now, I'm not necessarily getting on birth control because we want to be a little more spontaneous or careless per se, but as for I'm doing it for health reasons. Now, birth control is a very controversial conversation that I would rather not have with people. If you don't agree with it, then just stop watching this video. It's very simple. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If you don't agree with it, then it's just something that you don't agree with, and we don't necessarily have to argue. I'm not trying to be an advocate for birth control. I'm not trying to make someone into a believer of birth control. This is just my experience with it. So the reason why I started birth control is because I've had very irregular periods for my entire life. I had my first period when I was in 4th grade, and I remember I broke out completely when I first got my period. I had cystic acne, and let me just make this pretty bright. How do I make this brighter? It's as bright as it goes. So let me turn the light on. I know, excuse the mess. That's my organizer, my crafts and games. But in 4th grade, I had pretty bad acne. I think for most of it, it was on my forehead. Most of it growing up, I had really bad acne all along my forehead, as well as my cheeks. And then I would say that I started calming down, and I've tried everything. Like, when I say I've tried everything, I've tried Proactive. I tried all of the like face washes at Walgreens. I tried weird connotations that my mom found out, through the grapevine. Like, there was one where it was hydrogen peroxide in a water bottle and marijuana, and you shake it up. I don't remember how much of everything it was, but you shake it up and you have it sit, I think it's for like a week, and then every morning I would have to put it on my face. Didn't work. I also didn't stick with it. I think I stuck with that for maybe 3 days. I was a kid, so mind you, I didn't wash my face at the end of the day. I didn't take care of myself the way I should have. I just kind of did face washes, and then when I would realize that it would break me out more, I would stop, and then I'd start with the next one. So I'm sure that didn't help the case at all, that I was being very inconsistent with my face, and I was putting new products on my face, and so I was more or less irritating my skin. What else have I tried? There was one where someone told my mom, because she had porcelain skin, this is what she did, and my mom told me that's what I should do. But in the morning before brushing her teeth, she would lick her hands and kind of just put saliva all over her face. I don't know why she does it. I don't know where she got it from, but apparently my mom told me that it would work, so I tried it. And I'm sorry, I keep messing with my hair, but my bangs are falling. And so I tried it. It didn't work. Again, it was a repetition of just trying different methods to try and clear my skin. And in essence, I was really just damaging my skin. My mom is a huge popper, so she was always trying to pop my pimples. That didn't help. I'm not sure you can tell from the video, but I'm gonna put photos. It's not very clear, but you may be able to see that I have holes on my skin. Right now I'm wearing makeup, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pause this. I'm going to wash my face and come back. But I was just looking in the mirror. I wasn't even thinking about making a video, but I was looking in the mirror, and I noticed that my face looked really clear. Okay, I'm going off topic. I'm going on a tangent. So back to the beginning. So I've had irregular periods since I was in the 4th grade. And birth control has always kind of been like a taboo thing in my home. I don't know anyone in my entire family who's on it. I'm sure there's a few people in my family who are on birth control, but it's not something we ever speak about. So my best friend's mom, I remember, brought it up, and she said that she went on birth control when she was younger because she had irregular periods and she had acne, and it helped tremendously. And in the process, she also gained big boobs. And so I remember always thinking that I wanted to try birth control, but I never did. And again, it's because I just didn't want to bring it up to mom. I didn't want her to think that I just wanted to go on birth control because I was trying to have sex, etc., etc. And so here I am today as a 24-year-old woman who just kind of learned to deal with the irregularity of my period. I stopped bringing it up to doctors. They weren't really giving me much options. They were saying it was probably stress. They were saying it was probably because I exercise a lot. And I know right now I don't look like I exercise a lot, but growing up I've always been like very active. So they would say I had either started a very strenuous workout, I was either stressing out about, finals, or what else would they correlate it with? My diet. So I just kind of learned to just ignore it and just kind of roll with the punches. Well, as of recently, I got engaged maybe 2 years ago, maybe almost 3 years ago I got engaged. And so it puts things into perspective when I think about wanting to have children. And in the back of my head, I've always thought because I have irregular periods, I may not ever be able to have children. So I decided to really kind of figure things out. So last month, or 2 months before this, 2 months ago, I had my period for 25 days. And then that's Ava and Maverick. And then I was off my period for 10 days. And then I got back on my period. And I do have like a period tracker app that doesn't make sense why I have it because it's never right. So then I had my period for 20 days. And on the 20th day, I was like, this is too much. I need to go to the doctor. So I go to the doctor, and she suggested birth control. And all of those years of this programming within me, this thought that birth control is taboo and it's not right and it's unhealthy and it's not natural, I wanted to say no. But I said, you know what? Let's try it. Why not? Why not try something? Nothing else has worked for me. I was watching videos the other night, and it was a girl who said the same thing, and she decided to go an all-natural route. And I think that in the next few years I may decide to do that. Right now this is working for me. I know it's only been a week, but let me just start. So I got on birth control on Monday. I was still on my period, and it was heavy. My period is the type of period that I spot for 3 days, and that's how I know I'm gonna get my period. So I start spotting just randomly, spontaneously. When I'll wipe, I'll see a little spot, or it's a little pink, whatever. And then for 5 days, I'll have a regular period. And then I'll have 3 days of like blood clots. And then 2 days of spotting where it's kind of pink again, where I'm thinking maybe it's over. It'll be gone for like 4 days, and then the cycle will start all over. So that was my period, more or less, how I was, dealing with my period. And then it would be done whenever it decided to be done. And then sometimes I wouldn't have my period for up to 4 months. And then I would get it all again, just like that. So got on birth control on Monday. On Tuesday, I spotted in the morning. Again, my spotting isn't really like there's a drop of blood on my panties. It's more like when I'll wipe, it's pink. So by Tuesday afternoon, it was done. So obviously I don't know if I'm gonna get my period during those 4 placebo days and then get off of it when I do start the new birth control packet. But that's what this video is for. That's what these videos will be for. It'll be just for myself to track this and to just kind of see the difference both in my appearance as well as my personality, and to just kind of keep track of that. So if you don't like this video, you don't have to watch it. This is more or less for myself and for anyone else who may be going through the same thing, or who just kind of wants to see for themselves what the side effects were for someone who was more or less like them. So birth control, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor. This is just going off of what I've read, going off of what I've heard, and going off of what the doctor told me. Birth control will work differently on every woman, just like everything. Isn't it great being a woman? Like, you never know how something's going to affect you, because we're all so different, and our hormones and our you know, pH levels, everything is so different. So whereas one woman might get, you know, wow, I can't think of the word. Whereas one woman might get razor bumps, you know, under her armpits when she shaves, but not down there. Another woman might only get them down there. So we're all so freaking different. Like, if I work out and I don't shower within 3 minutes, she's ill, basically. She's sick for like a week. And if you're a woman and you know what I mean, then yeah. So every woman is completely different. This is just for my own records. And if you are someone like me, who you have very irregular periods and you just kind of don't know how to deal with it anymore, and you want to watch my transformation or my maybe I will open my eyes and realize that this doesn't work or isn't good for me, then, you know, by all means, I may be helping someone out. So I'm going to pause this video. I'm gonna go wash my face. I just got off work like half an hour ago, so I still have my work face on. I'm gonna go wipe it off, and then maybe hopefully you're able to see. But already I can tell with even my makeup, I didn't do a heavy makeup day. I was kind of running late. It was just one of those like pat, a little bit of contour there, eyebrows, and a quick line over my eye. That's it. That's all I did today. And even then, oh, there you go. You can see them now. You can see like the holes in my face. But even then, up close, you can tell that it's clearing up. So I'm gonna go wash my face real quick, and I'll be right back.